Being a woman in law enforcement isn't just about wearing the badge. It's about breaking barriers, leading with strength, and proving that courage has no gender. This Women's History Month, we celebrate the women who serve, protect, and inspire the next generation. Join us as members of the Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office share their experiences, challenges, and triumphs as they break barriers and inspire future generations. Because when we stand together, there's no limit to what we can achieve.
Okay, I'm Lauren Seals. I'm a Deputy First Class with Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office. I started my law enforcement career in corrections in Lynchburg, and then came over here and have been in the Chesterfield Sheriff's Office for 8 years. Well, I think since I was a kid, I always kind of wanted to do law enforcement. When I turned 18, I started doing EMS and fire, and I loved it, and I would work with the local police departments and kind of always wanted to do it. And eventually I moved from New York to Virginia and decided to start over and start with law enforcement. So that's how I ended up in corrections. And then when I moved from Lynchburg to Chesterfield Sheriff's Office was hiring. I started out in corrections, and there was only 2 females on my shift, and so that was always, females always had to be with the females in that place, but you had to back up the males. So they would look at you and think, they're not going to be able to help, but you always want to jump in and help. You don't ever back down no matter what. And then joining the Chesterfield Sheriff's Office, we had 5 females in the academy, and we only graduated with 2 of us. So we whittled down, and as you can see, there's not very many females in law enforcement. So being a female in law enforcement is kind of cool, especially when somebody looks and sees a car parked in your driveway, and they always assume that the man in the house is the law enforcement person, and it's the female in the house, so it's kind of cool. In my family, it's always been kind of a traditional family, and men tend to go to work and women tend to want to stay home, and so I kind of had to push myself into wanting to do a law enforcement role. The only challenges I can really think of is like when a fight's happening, the men try to jump in front of you. I've always been one that just wants to push right into getting involved in the situation, and I'm not going to back down. So I'm letting them know that I'm one of the guys, show them that I'm not afraid. I'm going to help them. I'm going to be there to back them. So no matter how they look at me, I'm going to be there to help you, and I expect the same respect back from them. So my sister is estranged from the family. I will speak to her once in a while. She is sober adjacent, where I guess they call it California sober, where she still drinks, but she's kind of still living that lifestyle. My brother has been clean for 10 years now, and he started using right out of high school, got involved with everything and any kind of street drug you could think of, and it took a very long time to help him get sober, really because he didn't withdraw the proper way, so nobody wanted to help him. So part of getting into HARP and seeing that we helped anybody and everybody who wanted to help was why I wanted to get involved with HARP. So HARP is helping addicts recover progressively. It used to be heroin addiction recovery program, but once the sheriff realized that heroin wasn't the only drug, or that it kind of evolved from heroin to multiple other drugs and multiple people needing help. HARP is a program that you have to want to be in. And when you want to be in, you go through an application process, and then you are brought into a program where you're programming 5 days a week, plus on the weekends you're doing some extra stuff. Getting involved with HARP, I have 2 siblings who were addicts, and when I joined this department, just going through the academy and hearing about HARP, I was like, wow, I need to be a part of that. And so I pushed myself to make sure I was one day a part of it, and I was able to spend 4 years in HARP, and every second of that was quite memorable because it was watching people that were just like my brother and sister be able to overcome their addictions, and being a part of that journey was really quite intense and memorable. The thing about women being in law enforcement is that women commit crimes, and to have a man have to come in and take care of that woman, and women have different needs than men, it's something that is absolutely always been needed. And so now that we have women in law enforcement, it really helps make somebody more comfortable, because just because you committed a crime doesn't make you not a human. So it's good to have that. Plus, if you are a woman who's a victim of a crime, you may not want a man to come talk to you. It's better for a woman to come talk to you. So it's just a really appropriate thing for women to be in law enforcement. I don't really think there's many barriers. I think that I actually feel pretty confident that women have just as much rights as men. The biggest thing is that if they want to do it, just know that it's a hard job and you just got to push yourself to do it. If I had advice to give to a young woman that wanted to be in law enforcement, I'd say do it. Just do it with all your heart. And this is a job you have to do because you love. And I came in it because I wanted to do it, and I love it, and I love every second of being in it. So do it and just bring your heart with it. It's good that we have a female recruiter, because I think females walking by a recruiter that's all males might go, it's a man's world. But seeing a female out there recruiting is the best thing that we can do, is because then you can go, hey, I can do that. And then they'll approach and join more likely than just a bunch of men standing there. How I balance my work life with my family life is that I'm pretty honest with my family. I let them know everything that I'm doing with my job. I might protect them a little bit and leave out details, but I'm not gonna let them be scared about what I'm doing. My kids, all their friends know what I do, and I have the car coming home, so sometimes they like to come over and see the car. Just excitement for the neighbors and my kids to know that there's a police officer in the neighborhood. My goals for the future is to, I enjoy being in civil process right now. That's my current location. I've worked in HARP. My goals would be probably to come work in the courthouse next. I've always wanted to just try everything that we offer, and I've gotten to do a lot of it here in the Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office. Women's History Month means to me that it's nice to be able to show our pride, and to show it through law enforcement and show what we're doing and getting it out and showing the public. It's just a very exciting thing. If I could change one thing about the perception of women in law enforcement, it would be that women are just as tough and sometimes tougher than men.